Now the stock market, it's looking like it's crashing. As you will notice that today the S&P 500 is down by 2%, which brings this drop to almost 10% from all its all-time highs seen on the screen. Now these big drops that we are seeing in the stock market offers, like I always say, big opportunities to those retail investors who always wanted to buy this stock at discounted price. So the good thing that I think all of you, or all the retail investors and all the big financial institutions, ought to be doing is to continue loading the boat on those stocks which they believe will do very well in the future. This brings a massive opportunity. Instead of you trying to time the market and saying that you believe that the market will go down or drop by 20-30%, rather start piling on these stocks, or on the stocks that you like right now, because we never know what really will unfold, or we never know how the market will sort of like react, especially that you know that this week the Fed is expected to have a meeting, and we are expected to find out the outcomes of that meeting very soon, sometimes this week. So these big drops that we are witnessing on the stock market right now, it ought to be taken as a very good opportunity for you to load the boat. Yes, I know that it looks like the stock market is crashing, and one of the good things, or one of the things that I've learned throughout the history, is that you will never predict by how much the stock market will fall by in terms of percentage, which is always good or advisable for you to continue loading the boat as you see the stock market dropping. So this sharp falls that we're witnessing in the stock market right now, it is in relation to the Fed speech, which is supposed to take place sometimes this week. And you remember that when we talk of the Fed, you remember that the Fed late last year did indicate that we can expect the interest rate to rise 3 times this year. So we don't know as to when will they start rising the first, or when can we expect the Fed to start rising the interest rate. You will never know. They can start rising the interest from this upcoming meeting, which is set to take place this week, or we can expect them to rise interest anytime. One can never predict as to when can we expect the Fed to rise this interest, but we already know that the Fed already announced that we can expect them, or we can expect them to rise interest 3 times this year. But as I was saying, or as I'm telling you, these sharp falls ought to be taken as a good opportunity for you and me to load the boat on the stocks that we love. I mean, one of the stocks that I follow and love, NEO, just today fell by over 10%, which it makes me to be sad, because I don't have money today. Probably I'll have money towards the end of this week, which will make it possible or easier for me to load the boat on some of the stocks that I love. But anyway, when we talk of the indexes that I'm targeting, of course I'm targeting the S&P 500, and to be specific, I'm targeting the VOO, or the Vanguard S&P 500, which also tracks the top 500 companies in the US, which is something that is incredible. And this is one of the indexes that, should it continue to drop, or should we continue experiencing these sharp falls on the stock market, this is one of the index that I'm looking at prioritizing, because it's like what the famous Warren Buffett said. It's like you are buying, when you buy this index, it's like you are buying the entire America, which is something that is incredible, because it comprises of various big stock companies from various industries, which sort of like makes a good move, especially if you really want to diversify your stock market portfolio. So this is one of the indexes that I will be targeting, the VOO, or the Vanguard S&P 500, which I believe also, as much as you would want to probably maybe buy other individual stocks, these sharp falls, or during the stock market crashes, I think it's also sort of like advisable to also target some of these index, or some of the ETFs that tracks the big companies in the stock market, which is something that I believe that as the stock market recovers, it will make it also possible for you to make some good monies. So these sharp falls that we are witnessing in the stock market, you have to take them as a good opportunity for you to load more on the stocks that you follow, especially those that has the strong fundamentals, or those that have good future prospects. Because I can tell you right now, if you are panicking by these sharp falls that we are witnessing in the stock market, then I don't think you ought to be even investing in the stock market in the very first place, because such things happen. Such big drops that we are witnessing right now in the stock market happen time and again. And those of you that were investing already in the stock market, I'm sure you will agree with me, because when the pandemic started, or when the hard lockdowns started in March of 2020, we saw the stocks, or the stock market, crashing like so sharply, in a way that those of you that did not panic and buy or loaded more on the stocks that were heavily hit by that sharp fall, you made a lot of money when those stocks recovered. So same as this situation we're seeing right here, we might see the very same thing unfolding. I mean, we are going to see some of these stocks, especially those top quality stocks, recovering yet again towards their all-time highs. So go out there, do your own due diligence, pile more on this kind of stock market conditions, because these are the kind of conditions that will make you generate some good returns in the stock market. I know some of you might be panicking, thinking that your money is gone, you'll never go recover your money. But let me assure you that the market will recover. Then there's no doubt about that. The companies that you are investing, or that we invest in, are good companies, especially if you are investing in those top quality companies with good future prospects. Then you ought not to panic, because these stocks will recover. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that likes button, and if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell, so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And hey, before you could load the boat, or before you can decide to buy shares on a certain stocks, please just go out there and make sure that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing in these stocks. Otherwise, me personally, I will be piling more on the stocks that I follow, or on almost all the stocks that I cover on this channel. And as I indicated in the beginning of this video, one of the ETFs that I'm targeting is the VOO, or the Vanguard S&P 500. Otherwise, with all that, guys, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.